It all kicked off at 11 o'clock with Rob Walker at the ready.
Introducing first of all a man who made history last season, becoming the first black player to appear at the Crucible. Making his Masters debut today after winning the qualifying event. They call him the Highlander, Rory McLeod. And his opponent, making his 14th appearance here at the Masters, twice a winner in 1998 and 2003, the double world champion and the pride of the Principality, the Welsh potting machine, Mark Williams.
So music down, time to concentrate. Rory understandably looking a little bit nervous there, but we did love the Bob Marley. It cheered us all up. Thank you to Rory for that. So into the first frame we go. The debutant, 21 points down in the opening frame, and it's Dennis Taylor and Ken Doherty who've teamed up in the commentary box.
One.
Rory McLeod's first pot in this year's Masters. I think it's important for Rory, Dennis. He sort of settles down very, very quickly in this game. Puts a few balls, gets maybe a frame on the board very, very early, because sometimes when you can play here in your first time, and if you don't get off to a good start, it just, the pressure compounds and compounds.
8.
It's nice to see Rory here, though. I remember before he retired, which is 10 years ago, I went and practiced with Rory at Wellingborough, at the academy that used to be there, and he was absolutely awesome. Never missed a ball on the practice table, and I was surprised he didn't make it through quicker, but he's gradually establishing himself. He's up to number 39 in the rankings, but on the practice table there's not many better.
Yes, I think he's from Russian originally, but resides now in Doha in Qatar. Moved out there a few years ago, his wife and family.
Yeah, he coaches the national team out there, doesn't he, Ken? Yeah. This table is very responsive. The cloth looks to be playing beautifully. Pockets are fairly nippy. They're not generous by any means. You've got to get them right in the pocket.
$21.
Could have done with bringing the white back a little bit further there. He's still okay though with the black. But I'm just thinking they're covering each other into the right corner pocket. Needs to find the gap there. Oh, he's overdone it.
Rory McLeod, 21.
Just played to leave the red in the middle pocket, and I mean, it wasn't a gimme, but he didn't expect to miss that.
1.
I think you were right. He just left the black a little bit short with the white, and just made the black a little bit more difficult. quite sure whether the top red goes into the corner pocket or the middle pocket. So if it does, then he'll have to leave a nice angle after this red on the black to go into these reds. He's just coming around to have a look there. Yeah, well, he had a nice angle. That's a lovely shot. Well played. Being a left-hander, he can get off this red quite comfortably, I would have thought. And he can just stun across for the black as well.
$17.
He got into that too much. He played for the black, but the pink will do just as well. So it is very lively, the table.
Yes, it looks to be playing just beautifully. 23 points ahead now, so 2 reds and colours should be suffice to win this first frame.
24.
Yeah, now that was the best of 11. You know, it's always nice to get off to a good start, and you said that Rory had the chance there, and missing the black off the spot, it's going to cost him the frame. It was Mark who had the bit of bad luck with a heavy contact when trying to pot the yellow, but it hasn't cost him. Rory didn't capitalise on that.
31.
Yes, there's the miss black. Just left the white a little bit too far for comfort, really, on that black. Still should have potted, of course, but he's left this for Mark.
38.
And just this red, although he's 38 points ahead, this will put the frame beyond doubt.
39.
He's been playing well of late, though. He had a little bit of a disappointment up at the UK Championships, lost 9-8 to Peter Lyons in the last 16. But lost also in the final of the 6 Red World Championship in Killarney just before Christmas. But he has been shown
45.
a lot of good form over the last couple of years. Dennis seems to be coming back to himself.
And there's that unique style of Mark Williams there. It doesn't matter about missing the yellow.
Mark Williams, 45.
It's the first time these players have met, and it's Mark Williams who takes their opening frame, and he leads 1-0.
Well, Rory McLeod is the world number 42 at the moment. He's never really performed well in front of television cameras, but he's hoping to put that right now. Into frame 2 we go. He's got a healthy lead here.
And at first glance, it's not all that bad because he's knocked the black into a safe position. The pink's tied up. So he's got to get over to the blue. Has he got enough angle to do that?
1.
Well played. Didn't matter which side of the blue he finished, with the red near the middle pocket there.
Six. 7.
I think the red just above the pink will go into this bottom right hand corner pocket, and also if it doesn't, he has the red just to the right nearest the black. So I'll be trying to get on these 2 reds here in one visit.
12.
Back up for the blue here. He could try and get on the black here. Well, he could pot this red and take the pink into the right middle. That would certainly make things a little bit easier for him.
13.
And if the pink doesn't spot, it certainly would be of benefit to Mark Williams. He would go down on the black spot. Well, I think it does spot, but I think it's still available, so it's okay. Yes, clearly glows, but I think it still does pot.
19.
So I think Rory will only be
20.
hoping that yellow on the left-hand side cushion will be his saving grace in this frame.
And it may not be, because Mark being a left-hander, it's not all that bad, is it, really? He's got a few to pot before he gets to that stage.
Yes, he was just a little bit disappointed he landed so
55.
straight on that blue, so. Seems to be queuing very,
26.
very well. Everything going into the centre of the pocket at the moment. Seems to have a nice pace around the table as well, doesn't he, Dennis?
Yeah, it usually tells you, doesn't it? If you're potting them
32.
right in the middle of the pocket, you're not touching the jaws as the red goes in. And sometimes it's like that.
33.
Every pot you take on, you put it right in the heart of the pocket.
There's his average shot time, only 18 seconds. Now, he could leave a nice angle after potting this pink on the red. And if he wanted to, could try and take that yellow off the side cushion. Just depends on how he feels.
39.
But the fact that, as you said, Dennis, he is left-handed, it does make the yellow a little bit easier
40.
for him. And the fact that the green is so close to its own pocket there, that makes things a little bit easier as well. So just overran it slightly. He's grimacing
46.
a little bit. Just over. Would have loved to be nice and straight on this yellow.
Yeah, that's a bit of a stretch. He's a tall lad, Mark. He's about 6'2", 6'3", but he hasn't got too much to do. He'd like to get back up, probably at least level with the blue if he could do, to leave the green nice and easy. He still wants to stretch round. Don't screw back and hit the rest.
I think he's just got to be careful that you make sure of the yellow, because we'll put him 12 points ahead, which means Rory McLeod will need that black should he get another chance. So it's an important shot, this. He could just pot the yellow. He still have the green over the pocket, so he doesn't have to get up close to the green. Just concentrate on the pot. Well, he tried to get close to it, and unless he flukes it, it's a great chance for Rory
Mark
McLeod.
Williams, 46.
Almost dropped in the pocket that he originally played it in. But Rory's got, well, it's so close to the pocket, it's not easy to control the cue ball here. And if he goes over towards he's got to be careful he doesn't career into the pink or black. But a little thin one, I think, will take him up past the blue. He should be okay anywhere up past the blue spot, and he'd be in good shape. It looks as if he's stunning it over towards the pink and black, but that's played very nicely. Well played.
2.
Although it's the best of 11, I think this is an important frame for Rory McLeod to win and just help to settle him down.
Five.
He's got to make sure he leaves the correct angle on the blue so that he can drop nicely on the pink and make it as easy as possible.
Yes, and with Mark Williams missing that yellow, Rory McLeod won't need the black. Pink will be
9.
just enough to win this first frame. And I think that was the important thing. Had he just potted the yellow, Dennis, he could have left the green at distance.
14.
Because of it, he's going to lose this second frame. It'll be a nice boost for Rory McLeod.
Well done, Rory McLeod. Mark Williams had an earlier break of 46, but it wasn't enough. And missing that yellow, Rory stepped in, cleared up, and he's got his first frame in the Masters on the board. It's 1 each.
And the eyebrow just shows a little bit of relief there. Well done, Rory. But from then on, it was world number 15 Williams who began to forge ahead there after breaks of 56 and 60, giving him a 3-1 lead at the mid-session interval. So, having had their cup of tea, it's frame 5 now. The Welshman in front by 10 points.
This looks good. Well, a little bit short. Well, a couple of inches there. Could have been quite close to that pink there. When he's left this shot, red next to yellow, it does pot. Play it as a shot to nothing as well. Bringing the white back down this end of the table. Excellent pot. Perfect on the black as well. That'll bounce off the cushion. Excellent chance now. Okay, the green's not on the spot, but it's far enough off that cushion. That shouldn't cause too many problems. Big opportunity here for Rory now. This will get him right back in the match. Only trailing by 1 frame.
Nine.
Yeah, the only frame that Mark Williams has lost so far is the frame he made a 46 break in, second frame. Rory come back and pinch that. It looks like it might happen again here. So he had a break of 40 and he looked to be in the driving seat. He'd opened the balls up and
11.
just didn't finish it off.
As long as he's not straight on this yellow, he should be okay to try and get close to it. But if he's straight on it, he's going to have to play the green from distance. That's where he's pointing his Q-tip there. It looks pretty straight.
$13.
Can he reach this, or does he need the rest? He's just working out. He only needs to the blue. He won't need the difficult pink. And he can reach this with a bit of a stretch. Just pure tension there, bit of pressure. And he might have thrown the frame away there. Okay, Mark's going to need
3.
the difficult pink, and he's got a terrific kick there, which has spoiled the position. So there's quite a bit of snooker left in this frame.
Yes, it's straightened up quite a bit. Still cuts this brown. He may be worth having a go. But again, very hard to get close to that blue. Yeah, didn't try to get close to it. Just try and pot it. It may be worth having a go here, Dennis. Up into the green pocket, leave the white tight on the cushion behind the pink. Okay, if he misses it, it may jangle and stay up at that end of the table. It wouldn't leave Rory an easy shot, so it's worth it. It's worth the risk. Good shot.
Well,
and there you see where the white was. Should he have missed it? Would have loved to be a little bit straighter on this pink, but what a fantastic pot there in the blue. Now, he can't do anything with this but drop it in. Give it a chance to get into the pocket. If he stuns it, he could miss it. If he drops it in, I don't think he can miss this shot. Oh, he's got another kick and he's missed it. And that's very unlucky.
Mark Williams, 12.
And that was a horrendous kick. Watch this. There you see it. Bounce the white a little bit. And that's going to cost him the frame, no doubt.
6.
Well, he's needed 2 or 3 chances, but in the end, Rory McLeod will be quite relieved to have eventually taken the frame. He's only 1 behind now at 3-2. Another session this afternoon and then 1 this evening.
Sixth frame. Mark Williams to break.
Better break-off shot this time. He's got the white over behind the green. That's where you're striving to get the cue ball off the break-off shot.
That was a fantastic attempt. A little bit unlucky. Couldn't have got much closer than that. He has a red into yellow pocket. It's almost straight. But he also has this red. It's a little bit more difficult, but should be okay. Just a hole for the black. Good shot.
Wrong.
Purposely held the black spot, knowing the black will just go directly below the white, so didn't want to be hampered by the black.
8.
The black have gone on its spot, so back
9.
up for the blue. It's quite a good opportunity here. 3 reds, possibly 4 reds that will pot before he has to worry about going into the pack and developing some more.
Just shows the importance of a good break-off shot. Mark did play
14.
a good break-off shot and forced Rory into taking a difficult pot on. There was no easy safety shot.
15.
And he's reaping the rewards. Okay, Rory did go close to potting that red, but he was forced into it, and well, Mark has got this chance from that, as I say, good break-off shot.
22. 23.
Well, he would have loved to have been a little bit straighter on this red,
30.
because how do you just pot this red? The 2 just above it would already pot, so now he's going to have to develop some. Well, he's just taking his eye off it a little bit. And he's been very lucky. He hasn't left anything. Just took his eye off the pot a little bit, worried about the white going through the pack.
What a result he's had there, though, to get away with that. It was very careless to miss that red. As you say, just concentrating on what was going to happen to white. But been very fortunate indeed.
Both players and the referee having a look to see was this red on. I think he's just about covered it. He may be able to get to it, swerving around that pink. But highly dangerous. It was a very, very good safety shot, it has to be said.
Yeah,
Is he on it?
He's banging trouble though, isn't he, Ken? He'd have to swerve around that, and the safety shot of Mark Williams was excellent. He really has got Rory in all sorts of trouble here. It's one of those where you just can't see an escape route, and when that's the case, sometimes you've got to try and pot your way out of trouble.
Yeah, he may be forced into going for this. It is very dangerous. It doesn't look to be on it straightforwardly. He has to, I think, swerve and use a little bit of side.
And as you can see, Hawkeye shows you could get past the blue to try and pot the other red there, but that would take the white into other red. So, but just have a look at that situation. How do you get the white back down the table from there? There's just no escape route, is there? Or he'd have to be very, very precise to try and weave his way past reds.
I think it's definitely worth a go. If he just swerves around the pink, okay, if he misses the red, it may be the only red that he will leave. The white will be going on to the top cushion and still have a shot in the black if the red goes in. But I don't think he's going to leave anything into the left centre. So it may be worth the risk.
I think the one he's looking at is that red that Hawkeye showed you. But, I mean, if he takes that pot on, he'd have to get it, otherwise he'd leave a lot on. He's looked at that, and that may just be his choice. So this would have to be some shot.
Hold on to your hats here. This could go anywhere. Oh, great shot. Fantastic shot. What a pot. He's very unlucky, it has to be said. Just hit the knuckle there. A lot of screw back. Straight into the middle of the pocket. Fantastic pot. Watch this. Never touch the sides. Just caught the angle of the middle pocket there, and all the side took, and that's why it's ended up where it has. That's second prize.
One.
I'm not sure if he can get twice across the table to that red, and even then he could possibly leave a pot on. But it's a possibility if he... difficult to judge though, but well, he's not attempting that one, but it's not easy. He's just, well, he's short. He's just trying to nestle on that one.
Found a miss. Rory McLeod, 4.
It's not a bad idea, that, but you have to be so precise to land tight on the red.
Okay, Rory.
That is such a good shot. It looked straightforward, but to judge that was very good indeed. Well, you can always push a red over a pocket, but look where the white's finished up. In fact, there may be a chance to plant a red onto that one. You can just play a little, well, it's a sort of shot to nothing, and you could make the plant. That's the red in the circle that he could knock onto the one over the pocket. The only thing is he'd be canning into another red. Not absolutely sure where the cue ball would finish.
I think it's a shot he has to play, Dennis. He could play a safety shot, but he'd be certainly leaving the possibility of the plant for Mark Williams. So he has to really put all his eggs in one basket here and take this on. Can't really see him not connecting with the red over the pocket. It's quite a big target. Any sort of contact on that red over the pocket and will surely pot. And he's got a difficult safety shot, and anyway, should he not take that shot on? So I think he just has to, as I say, take the bull by the horns and have a go at this shot. Just hope that he can get through and find some sort of gap, some sort of a lucky kiss off one of those reds on the top cushion.
Would that do, Ken?
It's not bad. Well, I think he deserves it. It was a good contact on the red. And okay, he's a little bit straight on this. He can only really drop it in, but he still has the red to follow. But it was well deserved.
Yeah, I mean, he took the plant on that was suggested, and you've got to just rely on a bit of good fortune, and that time he had it, but as I say, quite rightly deserved.
Nine.
Well, it's not easy to compile a sizable break here, but it's not all that bad. There's, let's see, 3 or 4 reds in potable positions.
$14. 15. 22.
Now you can see Rory just at 32 with his highest break. He hasn't really had a chance to compile a sizable break, or a few chances he's had, he's
23.
slipped up and missed a careless ball. Not easy to make a break from here, as you can see the way the reds are situated. Well, that was pretty poor cueing
23.
from Rory there. He'll find that difficult to understand what happened. He's just shaking his head. Let's have a look. Was there any... No, he just didn't cue it well.
One.
First time at the Masters, and it is a daunting task for a player, but he's getting the chances, as Rory. As you can see, the arena is one of the biggest venues we play in. Tough out there. You're all on your own. There's no one can help you.
Eight.
Yeah, he never dreamt for a minute he would miss this.
Quite surprising, wasn't it? I'm not quite sure what he was doing with the green there, whether he was trying to squeeze it into the side of the pocket and try and create an angle to get down for those reds, but very unusual miss.
Nine.
Well, the extension has gone back to the chair. He just slung it over there. Didn't Mark? Couldn't he see? He's so laid back, he couldn't be bothered walking over to the seat.
11.
I think the red does pot. It is quite tight there, and particularly at this angle. It's never easy. Well, he's played the other one, and that is a fantastic pot.
Mark Williams. 12.
This is a delicate little shot here to snick this and get back up the table. So easy to catch it on the thick side. Did well. Always a chance that you can pull that type of shot off. It just shows you the advantage that it can give you. Needs to just land on this red, otherwise he could push it into a potable position. Well, he's relying on a bit of good fortune. He hasn't had it. This will cut into the middle pocket. Surprised that Rory just got down and played it at that pace.
One.
Yeah, what was worse then, I suppose, he brought the other red into play as well. Points ahead. Brown puts him 20 ahead, so red and black
5
will be enough for Mark Williams and for Rory McLeod to need one snooker.
6.
So no heroics here, just pot the black. Make sure he doesn't snooker himself on the yellow, of course, but just pot the black and he'll be 28 points ahead with only 27 on the table.
Mark Williams, 13.
Well, he may have done enough, the Welshman, barring a snooker. He's got himself a nice 4-2 advantage. If he tries to get over behind the black, he can always double kiss the yellow. That's what he's frightened of here. They're not badly placed, the colours for the snooker. I like the green. The pink's not badly situated either. He's having to swerve this slightly. Has to be careful he doesn't go in off to the bottom pocket here. Oh. In fact, he overswerved it because of that. Forced a little smile from Rory there. Pretty good. And the yellow is far enough away from the cushion to go in behind if he's to come off a side cushion. That's why he'd love to swerve this, but this is tough to hit. That's why he'd love to play the swerve. But that's not easy, and it's quite a stretch to get to it. It could quite easily catch the blue before the swerve would kick in.
I think if you can just see this cushion on the right hand side, just below the middle pocket. I think it's pretty straightforward, one cushion escape. I think if he goes with the swerve, he could hit this blue. And if he over swerves, he'll definitely miss the yellow. So one cushion, either the left or the right hand side cushion, just missed the black as well. But the fact that it's just off the cushion slightly, the white could get in around the back of the yellow. So he's got to be very careful here.
Yeah, he wants to hit two cushions, not the one cushion that I've got. But he has to swerve it to make the angle. And he has missed it. Okay, no free ball.
McLeod, 4.
But Rory's back in this frame. And he may put Mark back in trouble here again.
Well, the yellow is potable, Dennis. It's definitely, I think, worth a go. Should he miss it, the yellow will hopefully hit the jaws of the pocket and come back into the middle of the cushion. But there is a gap there off the top cushion. A little bit aside. I could avoid the black and come up in a straight line almost. Get onto that green. Well, he chose not to play it. He's played a good snooker. But it was on.
Two cushions. Can he get the yellow safe?
Found a miss.
This time it can be put
McLeod,
back.
4.
And this time it's also a free ball. So Rory can take the black as his free ball. And he might as well take this on. The chance is there. You're at the table, Rory. So, great chance. But he's having it put back, Ken.
Well, I can't believe that. And that is a serious mistake. What is he doing? All he has to do is pot the black, get on the yellow. I mean, he's got acres of room to get onto the yellow there. That has to be a serious mistake.
Well, it just shows you there's a lack of confidence on Rory's part. The fact he has put it back. And, you know, I've seen it so many times in the game. When you don't take the chance you have, things can go against you. And Mark might get out of the snooker this time and knock it safe. Remember the great John Spencer, 3 times a world champion, said, if you've got a chance to take the frame, take it, because it's amazing what can go against you.
Yes, and there's a result. And how important could that be? I mean, the black was so straightforward, Dennis.
Now, if he plays a safety shot across the table, there's a chance he could pop the yellow in the right corner pocket and get back up on the green. He's looking at taking the yellow up into the corner to screw back from the green. Now, why would you want to be taking this on when he refused the black? Amazing. I think he's now thinking to himself, I made the wrong decision there. that. It's so easy to pot the black and get up onto the yellow, but this one, he'll probably knock this in now after all that. Needs the green also, Mark. But he's got plenty of cue power to get to the green.
Two.
Well, Rory did have a chance there to draw level at 3 frames all. And he
5.
put Mark Williams back in, which had to be the wrong choice. I've shot all day long.
9.
That's history.
$14. Mark Williams,
He'll not
14
bother
on the
about
frame.
missing the pink.
Mark Williams.
That was a serious mistake from Rory McLeod. He had a chance to draw level at 3 all when he needed a snooker. He didn't take it. And Mark Williams now leads 4 frames to 2. I'm not surprised Rory has left the arena there, but I think if he had the choice again, Ken, he would definitely take the black on as a free ball and just play a nice little stun shot and get himself up onto the yellow, and the balls were there for the taking, weren't
Absolutely, I just couldn't believe it. I don't think even Mark Williams could believe it. I mean, here's the black. It's a straightforward black. You can't miss the black. You can come off the top cushion, side cushion. He's got a huge margin of error there, of area to play into to get onto the yellow. The green is quite easily potable. Okay, the brown is, if he gets on it into the middle, it shouldn't be a problem. Get onto the blue. Pink is there. I mean, all the balls are there. You have the opportunity. You should grasp it with hands, both hands. I mean, he's gone for a yellow that was 10 times more difficult than that black there, and tried to screw back to the green, missed it, subsequently left it on for Mark and lost the frame. But what a miscalculation, and what a terrible error by Rory McLeod there. After getting himself back into the frame, then, is because he did need a snooker at that point. Got 2 snookers and he had the possibility of the free ball, so he may rue that mistake without a shadow of a doubt.
The 7th frame, Rory McLeod to break.
Well, if he does take this red on to the right corner, black's not available. Pink would be, or if he screws back, blue or balk color. Pretty good effort. Left Rory a tricky one into the left corner, and wasn't too far away with that effort. Right, let's see if Rory can get a bit of confidence back, because the previous frame must have put a dent in his confidence. Tried to get around the back of the red and black, but just seemed to hit it a bit harder than he intended.
One.
And you would think now that Mark Williams has opened up that two-frame advantage, he might just start and turn it on here. Having said that, well, he's got the red next to the pink.
6.
The only thing is, when the pink goes back on its spot, if he plays for the pink, it's going to be tied up. And he needs the red away from the black spot area, the one to the right of the black spot. So it's not quite a good chance just yet.
Seven.
Could play for the blue. As I say, he didn't really want to tie the pink up. I think his plan of attack will be the blue, the red, and with the colour, and then get onto that red that's just to the right of the black spot.
12. Thirteen.
Well, he's got a choice now. He can play for that, or there's a couple of reds near the pink he could get on.
$15. $16.
Could have done with a little bit more screw on that one. Let's see, can he just drop on that red? It's on its own there. Well, maybe the pink's
22.
not out of commission. I don't think he's got an angle to get on it here. He could roll this red in and... Oh no, it looks as if he's trying to hold it. So the pink is available.
23.
Yep, just enough room there.
It's just got the wrong angle though. Would have loved to be a little bit straighter or even higher on this pink, so could have tried to develop a few reds or try and get on that red next to the black spot. He could still try get on that red, but it's requiring a lot of side, as you can see. Now, how's his pace? How's his pace? No.
29.
Good pot, but he's going to need another one. Pretty similar to the last one. Very fine cut on the brown. But if he pots this with pace, the white will be going offside and top cushion and maybe going into the pack, so he could develop a few reds, but doesn't fancy it. Just keeping the pressure on Rory.
Mark Williams, 30.
It's not the best safety shot he's ever played, but 30-point lead. think Rory's just seemed to have lost his concentration a little, Dennis. I think that last frame has upset him a little bit. He knew he had a great opportunity there. He's played a few slack safety shots in this frame already, and a wild pot that he attempted as well. Sometimes that happens, doesn't it? You know, when you lose a frame that you think you should have won, it does affect you a little bit. The next frame, you've got to get it out of your system as quickly as possible.
Excellent return there. Hasn't quite covered the red. But once again, if he tries to cut the red into the left corner pocket, he's going to cannon into the other red, or he's just playing safe off it. But he's pushed it over the pocket and he hasn't got a good cue ball. Wee bit unlucky to cannon the other red and slide off it over the pocket, but there's always a chance of that, and that's the importance of getting a good cue ball.
One.
Played it well. One good shot here could give him a chance to take this 7th frame. This will certainly develop the reds.
Seven.
Just depends on the angle here.
There's a red into the left middle that he could possibly take and still be on the pink. Just coming around to have a look at that. It's a delicate little shot, but it's just a soft little stun shot. He could stay on the pink. It just depends on the angle on this red with the rest. If he could screw directly back, should be okay. Look for a balk area. Well, he's tried to play the cannon, and that was a bit risky.
8.
Just tried to play a little cannon on that red just in front of the pink. Try and keep the pink into the middle. He has it into the green pocket. But these are very missable.
Mark Williams, 8.
Yeah, as you say, Ken, they're very missable. He did get very, very close, but I think Mark knew immediately. That's why he stayed there. He didn't think it was going to drop in, and it didn't. And that misjudged cannon previously caused the problem. It was a good effort, but not good enough. So the chance to clinch the frame has slipped away.
1.
Playing a delicate little cannon onto the red, and that would have left the white near enough where the red was. And this might work out okay. He can't play to get on the black here because of the situation of the other red. Looks as if he's forcing it the way he's cueing at it, but surely he's got to be just playing for the black here. He's lost his way at the moment, as Rory. He's trying to force it, and I'm sure he could have played that slightly different. I mean, it was a good shot to cannon the black over the pocket, but we know these pockets, if you force them, you can miss them.
But was there any need, Dennis? I mean, all he had to do was play a little cannon onto the red, just beside the black, and he played a delicate little, just drop the red in. No need to force the red. The black was already on, so as long as you start putting a bit of power, you could lose the white a little bit, subsequently miss the pot. Just made a few
8.
Miscalculations with his positional play, Rory, and choice of shot as well. That could have cost him another frame here. Not the best positional shot Mark Williams has ever played, though.
Nine.
It's a lot better. 40-point lead, so pink will be 46. Another red. And pink or black. Rory will need snookers once again. It has to be said, he's had plenty of chances in this match, hasn't he, Dennis? Rory McLeod.
Well,
15.
absolutely. He could quite easily have been all square with Mike Williams, the amount of opportunities that he's had, but he just hasn't quite settled, has he? His first time at the Masters, a lot of pressure on him, and he hasn't done himself justice, really. Because all the players know how good Rory is.
16.
But it's amazing what that bit of pressure can do. Still only 32 his highest break. If you were to go and practice with Rory McLeod, you'd play for an afternoon and he'd knock in a multitude of century breaks.
$23. $29. $30.
Okay, Mark's had breaks of 45, 46, 56, 60, 40. But he has missed his fair share, so it's not that he's in sparkling form.
36.
Rory way down at 78%.
37.
I mean, Mark's not in the 90s yet. It's all about winning matches, and he's well on his way here. Is the
44.
Welshman.
$46.
One of the most difficult tournaments to win, the Masters. Mark has had his name on that winners list on 2 occasions, but it's amazing the number of great players that
49.
never win the Masters or only win it once.
$53. $58.
Knocks the pink in. That will be the highest break of the match so far, superseding his break of 60.
64.
Trying a little trick shot there, so that fine effort from Mark Williams. Break of 64 is more than enough to take him into a 5-2 frame advantage. He's only 1 away from a place in the next round. And I suppose, to be fair, Ken, Mark, he hasn't played well. He's been fairly consistent, but he's given Rory, as we said, plenty of chances.
Yeah, I don't think Mark will be overly joyed at the way he's played this morning. His highest break has only been 60. It's a paltry return, really, for the amount of frames that we've played. Rory, on the other hand, will be even more disappointed. He's had plenty of chances, as you said. He made a very bad decision in the previous frame, and again, another couple of bad sort of shot choices, Dennis. You know, trying to screw the black over the pocket there. Could have easily played a nice little delicate cannon on the red. Still would have been on the black, and he's just shown a little bit of inexperience. And as you said, first time at the Masters, always very, very difficult place to play. Beautiful arena, great crowds, and not normally what we're used to. Look at the size of the arena, absolutely magnificent. And it does, for your first time, it does take a little bit of getting used to when he's finding it a little bit tough out there. And of course Mark Williams, on the other hand, has a wealth of experience, played in this Masters for many, many years now, and of course, as you said, has won it twice before. But he's in good potting form, Dennis. His
98
safety is quite
frame.
good, but
Mark Williams to break.
his break building just isn't there at the moment. But he'd be certainly delighted with a 5-2 lead, given the amount of chances that Rory has had.
He's starting to find that spot with the break-off shot. Green blocking most of the table. And that's not the best shot. He's lost his way a little bit, Rory. He's given Mark a free shot up into the corner, and he will be on the black. Won't leave anything if he misses it. If it goes in, it's a great chance. And it's there.
One.
And although there's some loose reds, he may go into them here. And that is so careless
Mark
from
Williams,
Mark.
one.
I mean, he's done that a few times in the match. That's pure concentration. He's just thinking more about the cannon. It's so annoying when you do that. He's going to have to up his game, even if he wins this match. He's not playing well enough to win the Masters this year. Not yet, anyway.
One.
And Rory, well, he's not out of it. He might just relax now that he's at this stage where his back's against the wall. Sometimes a player will relax and just go out and play his natural game. Let's see if that happens here.
Yes, I think it's situations like this, Dennis, you know. His highest break so far in the match has only been 32, which is very poor return.
7.
Situations like this, you would expect him, under normal circumstances, to make a
8.
decent sized break. I think to get back in the match, he's really got to make the most of these opportunities.
$14. $15. $17. $18.
Well, not the best angle on the pink this time, so he's looking at the black, but black would go behind the pink and doesn't really want to pot that yet. Could have done with getting an angle on the pink there and then cannoning into the bunch of reds, but can't do that from this position. That's a pretty good effort.
24.
Okay, it could have finished slightly better for him. Thicker contact on that red when he cannoned it would have been much better. See the red into the left corner, the one he'd like to take. The other red's hampering it slightly. He'd have to get an extension out as well to take that, so that's the reason he's choosing this one, but it shouldn't be a problem.
$25.
He's underdone it. Should be okay as long as he avoids the green and the brown and gets back up the table, just past the blue spot. He can go between brown and yellow if he chooses also. It's amazing where that cue ball can finish up. The table's 12 foot by 6 foot, and to drop on that red from that position was very unlucky. Anywhere but on the red, and he was still in good position.
Rory McLeod, 30.
Possibility to take this red on. Okay. I use it as a shot to nothing. We'll be only leaving this red should he miss it. Good shot.
One.
Nicely on the pink.
Seven.
Still two loose reds out in the open, but we'll be trying to get an angle on either black or pink here to try and disturb some of these reds.
8.
Looks a little straight on the black this time, but black will go on the yellow spot. I don't think this pink spot is available. So, top side of the blue here.
15. 16.
Now he doesn't have to go into these too hard, just a nice pace. We must hit the first red, the apex red there, just almost on the pink spot, almost full ball. And if he does, he certainly should be on at least one of the reds. Well, he's hit a half ball, and he didn't really need to hit it that hard, Dennis, did he? Only sort of
21.
medium pace sort of shot. These reds, and certainly the white wouldn't have landed on the top cushion.
Yeah, you could either play your shot, hit it full ball, but with not quite as much pace, or even the red that he made contact with, without that pace, he would have opened them up nicely as well. Still a bit unlucky, I suppose, but as I say, he didn't have to hit it quite that hard. He wants to get this red tight on a cushion. Yeah, that's
Rory McLeod,
pretty good.
21.
Okay, you know, it's not a great safety shot he's played, but his main part there was to tie the red up and protect his 50-point advantage. But at least Rory's relaxed a little bit in this frame. As I say, his back was against the wall, so sometimes a player does relax and starts playing his natural game. Might be a possibility. I think there's a path around the back of the red. He won't cannon into the other red, so yeah, Plant's a good choice here. It's not on, but he can make it. Well, he didn't go round. I thought he was going to get the white round and play it as a shot to nothing, but that was his intention. That went all wrong, that side of it. Cannon straight into that red.
That was an excellent shot. Never really intended to go for the pot there, just concentrated on getting that white into the bulk area and close to that ball cushion as possible. I don't think that red cuts into the right middles. He hasn't been a bit of trouble. Okay, this red is on, but should he miss it? I think he's certainly leaving a couple of reds into the right centre. So there's a lot of pressure on this shot. Okay, he has a little bit of insurance with the red on the right, tight to the right cushion. Should mark it in, but doesn't want to relinquish his 50-point lead. Now, how's his luck? How's his luck? It might be good. He may have fluked this, but where's the white? Where's the white going?
Foul.
Oh. Well, you could say he's unlucky, but you'd have to say fluking the red. He's a little bit fortunate as well. How does this red pot? Doesn't look like it. So. Shot to nothing is in. As long as he avoids the red and the left cushion here. That's a bad shot. He's been very fortunate. Very, very lucky.
He's hit that all wrong, Mark. He sort of stunned it. He was playing it just plain ball and got it all wrong. Don't know what happened. It's the way he cued at it. Let's have a look at this again. The natural angle would, well, he stunned it. Unintentionally stunned it. Can't beat a wee bit of luck now and again. Well, he's played exactly the same shot again. He stunned it unintentionally, so he's not cueing well at the moment, the Welshman. That's very bad shot from Rory there.
1.
Mark can get the black back up on its spot again, and that advantage that Rory has could disappear very quickly now. That was a terrible safety shot he played.
Eight. 9.
Underhit that one. A change of plan. He was hoping to be able to just drop on the red there to the left of the black. But has he hit that far enough?
16.
That's developed one of the tricky reds.
$17.
Yeah, it's just came a
22.
little far there. Would have loved to have been a bit straighter on this red. Could have tried the double, but just a safety shot now. Bring the red into play.
Mark Williams,
Try and
22.
cover it with the green, but he's overhit that. The red does cut to the middle, but I'm not quite sure whether he can avoid the blue. If he can, he'll certainly be taking it on here. Well, he could avoid the blue. That was a good shot. Excellent shot.
What?
And if he has enough pace on this white, that's okay. I'm sure the brown goes. Better angle on the brown than the green. 25 points ahead, so colour and red just required.
Hasn't got enough on it. Played it with reverse side. He'd have preferred to have come the other side of the table, but he hadn't got the angle to do that. So always a chance he might get a snooker in behind the black, but he's got to judge this correctly. Oh, has he potted it? Has he potted it? No. But he let go with the cue there. That was unusual.
McLeod, 4. One.
Not quite sure what happened there. Let's have a look. He just not often you see that slipped right out of his fingers, but more importantly, the Welshman's got a chance now to clinch the match here. It's a frame that Rory had a few chances to win.
6.
It looked as if he'd started to relax and was going to show his natural ability, but Mark has a chance now to clinch the match here.
9.
Yes, now this is the key shot. Just get a nice angle on the blue. And particularly where the pink is. Makes his job a little bit easier.
13.
That looks just about perfect. Just drop the blue in now.
18.
Satisfactory performance from Mark Williams, you'd have to have said, Dennis. Not his best, but more efficient than anything else.
Yeah, it's what it's all about. And your opening match at the Masters is just getting through your first round match.
24.
And he had a tough opponent, Rory McLeod, but it didn't really happen for Rory this afternoon. His first visit to the Masters, but he didn't really play it the way we know he can do. He acknowledges the crowd, but the Welshman Mark Williams goes through to the next round. A very comfortable winner in the end, 6 frames to 2. Excellent.